With our new campus, everything is getting better. Everything has improved. There's a lot of places to study now. The classrooms are fantastic.
The new campus is phenomenal.
The library, it's great. There's study rooms that you can book. It's a really great facility, and you have a lot of resources there.
My friend had actually come down to visit, and she was actually just stunned by how big and awesome our library was.
Wi-Fi, you can get it even outside of the classrooms.
It's a wonderful island. It's a wonderful place to be.
Housing's great. Great complex, free internet, swimming pool right there, gym nearby, supermarkets 5-10 minutes away.
I don't feel like I'm just in the middle of an island with no access to anything. I have access to everything.
Transportation's fantastic. You don't even need a car. I'm a morning guy, get up at 6, hit the 7:10 bus. I'm on campus at 7:30. Classes start at 8 o'clock. Typically classes are over 12 or 2. The great thing is there are morning and there are afternoon classes. You can choose to go to either one, which is great depending on what students prefer. So I usually finish up at 2 and then I either stay in the library or I go home and study.
AUA curriculum is as close as it gets to a curriculum in American medical school. Our students are taking the same USMLE exam.
Shelf exams is something we always offer at AUA, and I think it's an excellent way for the students to prepare before they give their STEP and board exams.
The curriculum is very clearly laid out. The objectives are very carefully itemized. Lots of practice in pre-tests and mock exams. We now have use of electronic blackboard, which we use extensively.
The curriculum in medical schools in the U.S., they're very systems-based. AUA is moving towards a more system-based approach. So what we do in the TA program, if we're talking about anatomy, you also want to bring in some histology, bring in some physiology into these small group sessions.
We are setting up state-of-the-art skills labs as well as simulation labs. But apart from the facilities that we have at the Mount St. John's Medical Center, that will anchor whatever the basic science learnings and teachings are to a clinical setting.
We currently run a university health fair, which is a public facility. We get patients coming in from the community to come and have a health check.
I've been going to a health fair almost every semester. You realize that it's really important for people here how much they need medicine, and then you feel good that you're helping them out, and at the same time you're learning so much about medicine and how to interact with patients.
My favorite EED initiative is the small group study program. It's not something that just developed out of a good idea, but it's based on research from the undergraduate schools who thought a long time ago, we need to get students to interact with the material, not just go to class and take notes or listen, which is very, very passive, but be active with the material. And so we get students teaching other students.
EED is here to find out what supports it is that you need and how we can help you to get where you want to go.
I've spoken to other students. I was telling them that we have an educational department where they give you study tips and stuff, and there's small groups in every subject and facilitated groups, and they don't have that. So I think that's very, very helpful. I think that's one of the keys that every student should take advantage of.
I am, I would say, a product of the EED. I started off in the EED as a student getting assistance from other students, and then I was actually able this semester to be a small group facilitator, and it's been a wonderful experience for me.
For me, the ideal student is one who has a sense of inherent self-discipline. I would like a student to understand priorities, to be able to study hard, to be able to play, to be able to enjoy himself, perhaps is self-critical, understands where things are going wrong and sees where he or she needs to improve.
So the students are superb. A lot of the students are very talented, and that's what I like to see, a very wide mixture of interests in the students.
I help students with particular subjects. It really gives you a sense of accomplishment in helping your fellow students.
All of the professors, including the dean, are very willing to hear our concerns and our suggestions. The faculty and the professors are always open to give us extra help.
I have an open door policy, and if the students come around when I'm not busy in my office, then I welcome them and I will sit and talk with them. I feel sometimes like I'm a father or a grandfather. I like to talk with students. I like to give advice. And if they're having trouble with the subject material, then they're quite welcome to come and see me, and I'll deal with that.
The staff are wonderful. They're very animated, but more than that, they're very compassionate, and they drive you.
My memorable experience with professor would be Dr. Sri, my anatomy professor. He told me how to study, what to focus on, and how much time I need to spend.
Well, my favorite professor here is Dr. Singh. He's the Med 1 histology professor. He's phenomenal. He not only makes learning just very, very entertaining, but he's actually very good at it. He doesn't regurgitate a book or anything. He just knows his stuff.
My favorite course so far has been Pathology 1. This is taught by Dr. Krishanan. He makes pathology just an amazing subject to learn. As much as there are little details to it, he gives you the big picture, and it just puts everything into perspective.
My favorite course here was physiology, particularly endocrinology, which was a subject that I had a lot of trouble with in undergraduate. But now, having been here with a professor who was tremendously inspirational, I had an excellent time in that class, and it became one of my favorite subjects.
My advice to any student coming here, take every bit of information that you learn at this school seriously, because it never ever goes away.
Be prepared. Not just for medical school, but you're going to be here in Antigua, which is a great and beautiful island. There are going to be distractions, but just remember the number one reason why you came here, so that you can go to medical school, become a doctor, and do as much as you can for the world.